Hello guys, welcome back to Callyalater Podcast, episode 12. My name is John.
And I'm Kelly, and we are both college students, and this is the 12th episode?
Number 12.
Wow.
3 months.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So last week we talked all about our post-quarantine bucket list, but today we're going to get into the hot stuff. And we're going to be talking all about friendships and dating through quarantine.
Yeah.
I think quarantine might be wrapping up soon.
It's slowly starting to
wrap up.
Yeah.
Because now it's just, what do they call it now? It's like, stay safe.
Yeah, stay safe.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not like you have to stay home.
Yeah, stay safe
But
word.
like, do what you feel's best.
Yeah, just be smart.
So we're going to be talking about small things you can do to keep the connection with friends and with your relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we're also going to be talking about what to do, where to do it, and how to do it safely when you're hanging out with people. And then also how true colors can come out during time of quarantine. Have you experienced any of that?
To a certain extent, yes. However, I feel like I might have also been a little guilty of that.
Okay.
Kind of.
Just spilling the tea over here.
I'm just joking.
Get my little glass of tea.
I'm just fooling around.
Okay. So, John.
Yes.
Disclaimer.
Oh, it's time. What's the disclaimer for this week?
I thought you were going to say it.
Oh, I thought I would. Is it me this week? Okay.
Yeah,
Quarantine is tough for everyone, and everyone is affected and handles it differently. So just be aware that, especially with the true colors thing, some people just get hit differently by quarantine.
Yeah, and I think too, like it hits everyone differently.
Yeah.
Whether that be emotionally, physically, whatever the situation may be, everyone's going through it.
Yeah.
And everyone is affected differently.
Definitely.
So I just think it's important to know that.
Agreed.
All right. Do you think it's been challenging to maintain connections through quarantine?
Yes. I absolutely do. Because, texting is always different. I haven't seen a lot of my friends, and I actually saw one of them unexpectedly for the first time in a while recently. And it was, it was so different because I hadn't seen him in so long, So I just felt socially awkward. I hadn't had, it felt like I hadn't had social interaction with people that I knew in months. So, but it was the best feeling in the world to be able to see them.
Yeah, definitely.
So it has been challenging, but I feel like now it's getting gradually easier to rebuild those connections as time goes on.
It kind of reminds me of like, I don't know if you feel this way, like when you were in elementary school or high school and you had the summer off, and granted, you can see your friends during the summer, but realistically, you only see like a handful of your friends. And then you go back to school in the fall and you see everyone. And you're just like kind of like, oh my gosh, whoa, they look different. How do I say hi? Like all that kind of stuff. Like, how's your summer been?
Exactly.
How's quarantine been? Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to start off with that. So I guess our first bullet point that we want to talk about are small things you can do to keep the connection with friends in your relationship during quarantine or times apart.
Yeah. And it looks like we both put the same thing for the first one.
So my first one was send them a text.
Mm-hmm.
Is that yours?
That was mine.
So then I went down and I also wanted to share some great opening lines for those text messages. Which, when I was writing this out, I was like, we should do a whole episode on how to make, shoot your shot. Like, how to slide into the DMs. Like, how to text someone that you have a crush on. Like,
I like that.
I got some ideas.
Nice.
Granted, I haven't used them for a while since I've been dating, but... All right, so my first one is you type out, "Hi, just checking in on you."
Ooh.
So it's kind of like, I care, but it's also appropriate to say because everyone should be checking in on everyone during quarantine.
Definitely.
My second one is, just heard this song and thought you might like it, and then you send the link of the Spotify song.
She uses that one on me a lot.
But it works, does it not?
It doesn't. It does work.
Because it's kind of subtle, because it's just a song recommendation, but then it's I thought of you when I was listening to the song. And then if you want to be really bold, you can pick a bold song to send, depending on your situation.
Yeah, don't go overboard with this.
Yeah. Play it subtle. It could be I don't know, if you heard of the song, you guys would, if your friends always listen to the same song and it's just a fun song. And then my last one is, once quarantine's over, would you want to, and then you could say go get dinner, go hang out, go for a walk.
You could even go for a walk during quarantine too.
Yeah. Okay. So then, what's the next thing you have on your list?
So for me, it was FaceTime/Zoom them, and I put a little laughy face next to the Zoom thing because the Zoom memes have become a real thing, and it's just it's funny to look at it all. But if you have iPhones, FaceTime them. If you have
John just got an iPhone.
I did just get an iPhone for the first time.
Changing the game.
Not for the first time, but you know, for the first time in a while.
I've been FaceTiming him like crazy since he got it.
Yeah. But just FaceTime them for 20-30 minutes, catch up, see how they're doing, make sure they're not going mentally crazy, you know?
I think that's one of the best things. But then it's also like when you FaceTime your friends, like at least for me, because I've been FaceTiming my friends that I haven't talked to in a while. And it's nice because you kind of get like that touch of reality that everyone else is kind of feeling the same way you're feeling and going through the same things.
Definitely.
But I did put FaceTime in Zoom group hangouts. But if I'm being honest, I still don't have a Zoom account. I've never done it or anything.
No, neither have I.
I kind of want to keep it that way too.
I agree.
Like the antisocial part is like, no Zoom, no.
Good.
Yep. Do you have another one?
Yeah. So this one is kind of, you can use the prior tips to do this one. Go through your contacts and reconnect with old friends that you haven't talked to in a while.
I did that over quarantine. In a weird way, I've always talked about how much more time I have during quarantine. So like I rekindled old friendships.
See, there you go.
And it's like weirdly nice.
It is.
Also, like a disclaimer with that, don't do it just because you're bored. Like if
genuinely.
If you had an old friend and like there's a reason that you guys didn't talk anymore. Don't like start going like maybe I should. It's kind of like calling your ex.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that if it's not going to be a healthy relationship post quarantine.
No. Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. Okay. My next one was snail mail. Write some letters. Send it in the mail. I freaking love getting stuff in the mail. It's so exciting. You're like, oh my gosh, and it's so unexpected because it's delayed and everything.
Yeah, it's out of nowhere.
And it's just fun.
Yeah. Don't be a creep though.
I need to send a birthday card out today.
Oh, okay.
That's on the list.
That's on the list. That's on the list.
Okay, I've been snail mailing. Is that a term?
It is, yeah.
Okay. My next one is group chats.
Group chats they are so good but so bad at the same time.
We're in a group chat together with our friend group that we share, and it's fun.
Exactly. No, it is very fun.
Yeah, it's helpful during quarantine.
That group chat is good, but also if you get put in that group chat,
if you get put in the wrong one, then it's like,
and then you're stuck, and it's just like notification after notification after notification. But no, the group chats that we're in are really good.
The worst though, like with Snapchat group chats, you can leave the group.
Yeah.
But when you're like in the text message one and you keep deleting, you're like, I can't get out of it.
At that point, you just have to mute it and forget about it.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have another one?
So my last one was kind of like you, snail mail, send a card, or send them flowers, depending on the person. It can be like, for example, like I could send you flowers. But there are certain friendships, you know, like where you can send flowers and be justified about it. Sanitize it first. Be smart. Yeah.
I have like 2 more. So my next one is to keep and start Snapchat streaks.
Okay.
At first, I thought these were the biggest joke. I was kind of like, it's just a little number and a flame next to your name, like no big deal. But it's nice because it kind of makes you keep constant connection with someone, which sounds a little like over the top. Like, do I really need to be talking to someone every day? But it leaves room to slide in and make conversation without it being super awkward.
Yeah.
So usually if I get someone's Snapchat right away, I'll be like, do you want to keep a streak? And it sounds really like juvenile, especially since we're like 20, you know? And I'm just like, but it's nice because you had that back and forth.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like little subtle things that you do out through the day, but it also creates that conversation. Like I could send a picture of us filming the podcast and it could start that conversation of, oh my gosh, what are you doing? And then that starts the friendship. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's nice. So that's something. Nice. And then my last one was bake and deliver yummy treats. So like I know the banana bread trend was really big.
Banana bread.
I'm slowly learning how to cook, but like you can make cookies, but like you
cookies,
can do that
cupcakes, banana bread, cake,
and just like put it on their
want.
front doorstep. So you could do that to your friends, but you could also do that for whoever you're dating, your boyfriend, your girlfriend.
Yeah. She bakes me things.
I do.
She makes me food.
Not really good at it, but I try.
They taste good, yes.
Okay. Is that everything that you have
That's everything that I have.
So then what to do?
Yes. So mine were very basic, but it was just because of, you know, you have to take safety precautions, you know, when you do it. Everything you have to be safe with, wear masks, social distance, etc., etc.
I think it's so important to be over-prepared for that kind of stuff rather than just going out and like being wild about it.
Exactly.
Just because it's not only your safety, but it's the safety of everyone around you.
But I mean, obviously, if places have reopened in your area, movie theaters in some states are starting to slowly reopen, things like that. Yeah.
Okay.
The one we're in is starting to open too.
Okay.
So, but you know, go to places where you can be safe but still have fun. Bowling alleys, some places are starting to reopen. Gyms, obviously, if you have a gym buddy, go back out with your gym buddy. just be safe with it. You can still Zoom them or go for a walk in the park.
Yeah, I have walks in the park, picnics in the park.
Okay,
that was
picnics are fun.
probably one of my favorite things during quarantine is to start going on like picnics on the park. Like bring a picnic blanket, kind of pack your lunch or dinner. Just fun. Video chat from your house, you know, Zoom chat, or depending on your comfort zone, get out, go do something.
Yeah, always be comfortable with what you do. Don't force yourself to go out if you're uncomfortable.
You have to feel comfortable. Like, don't force your friends into something if they're not comfortable, but don't let them force you into something as well. And so then our like next little thing is like, where can you do this? And I just had the park, but like things are starting to open back up.
Things are slowly starting to open up.
It's just your comfort zone.
Yeah, you just gotta take it one step at a time and just be safe.
And then how to do it safely.
Yeah, 6 feet apart, wear a mask, like you said.
6 feet apart, wear a mask, wash your hands, use hand sanitizer. I carry hand sanitizer in my purse now.
I keep it in my car at all times.
Which I feel so like silly because it's like I feel like it's like such a mom friend thing to do, but it's like I'd rather be overprotected.
Yeah, definitely.
And be responsible and respectful of others in your surroundings. Yeah. Because I don't think it's a bad thing to go out and see your friends as long as you're being respectful and responsible.
Yeah. If you feel ill, stay home.
Yeah, definitely. How true colors can come out during
this is the interesting
one. This is the like hot tea. Do you want to start us off?
Yeah, so I mean this one relates a lot back to our friendships episode, like our first ever one we did, because we talked about fake friendships. But if people really care about you, they will check in on you. It doesn't there are special circumstances at times that are kind of understandable, but most times, often than not, if someone cares about you, they will send you at least a text to make sure you're doing okay.
And it doesn't have to be a daily text. It could be like a weekly or bi-weekly thing. But if you haven't heard from them since the start of quarantine, like 3 months ago, it's not looking too good. No. But granted, who knows? Like, you never really know what someone's going through. So they could be going through something. But maybe that's your time to check up on that.
Yeah, definitely.
But if they don't respond, then it's kind of, see how it goes. So I think that's a good one. Do you have another one? I'll go 3 years and go through
mine. Yeah, you will begin to see who the people are who really care over time. And you know who your friends are. Check in on them. Don't just wait for someone to check in on you. Send them the text. Be the first to reach out, and then you can kind of gauge how they respond based off of that. Because if either they don't respond, or if they don't respond well and start a conversation, you can kind of see how the true colors can start to come out in a friendship.
I think we talked about that in one of our episodes, like the texting where it's like it's fine to send the first text whether you're a girl or a boy, it doesn't matter, or if you're romantically involved or not. It's just how they respond and
don't carry the conversation.
Exactly, it can't be one-sided.
Yeah. Okay. All right, and those are my big 3.
Okay. I said you might notice who's a real friend and who's really interested. They check in with you and they're still chatting. We joke about this all the time. It's probably like the worst time to start dating someone because it's so hard because you don't have anywhere to go. There's not a whole lot to talk about, you know, and just because like you can't really do anything. But you'll know if someone's really interested if they keep the conversation going.
Definitely.
Like they might even talk about like the dumbest stuff with you just to keep you interested.
So how's the weather out there?
Yeah, and then you have like a 15-minute conversation about that. You both have to make an effort, but will show one-sided relationships.
Yeah.
So again, if you're carrying the conversation, it's probably they're not super interested. And I hate saying this too, but like if you're friends with someone from school and they text you during school and stuff, and then you talk about like homework and stuff, and then they don't text you at all during this, they might just be using you for like homework help, like that kind of thing. But that's happened.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a thing.
It really is.
And then my last one is if you're in a relationship, you're seeing the good and bad with people. We've had our moments.
We have.
The quarantine's hard.
It really is.
And like it really affects your mood, your mental state, everything. Your well-being. So you're gonna see like the good and bad if you're in a relationship because it's a pandemic.
Definitely.
It's crazy. So those are all my things with how your true colors can come out. Any comments?
No, I agree with everything you said, especially with the relationship thing. It's really hard to start dating, but if you've been in a relationship for a while with a person, you'll really be able to kind of tell.
Yeah, you're kind of like testing the waters.
Yeah. So I know I agree with everything you said. And yeah.
So I have 2 questions.
Okay.
Favorite thing we've done with friends during quarantine?
There was one day where we kind of just got our friend group together and all went out to the park.
Yeah.
And we kind of social distance. It was just a small little number of friends. But we got together. We all kind of brought our own food and did our own thing. And we all just kind of social distance and had a little chit chat.
It was
the first
nice
time in
to
months.
Catch up. Because you just suddenly, it just was like, can't see anyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I agree with that. And then our favorite quarantine date.
Ooh, probably our picnics.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So
we've gone on 2 or 3 that have just like we have our park that we go to and we
yeah.
sit out, put a blanket out, watch the sunset.
We usually get Kaduba.
Yes.
Shake up our salad
Mm-hmm.
bowls. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I
What
like
about you?
that.
What's your favorite quarantine date?
I'd probably have to pick that. I'm excited for like gym dates to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Just ready. But post like our quarantine, probably the picnics, I would say.
Yeah.
And I like we like really enjoy our FaceTime calls.
Those are fun, yeah.
Those are fun. Like
Mhm.
we're not together, but like it's just like a nice seeing your
Yeah.
face as you're like.
We can kind of both do our own thing
Yeah.
while still being able to talk to
Definitely.
each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that. All right, so that's this episode 12. I still
Yeah.
can't believe we're on episode 12
3
already.
months into it.
That's
That's
so crazy. So again, if you guys are new to our podcast, definitely subscribe, follow.
Mm-hmm.
We have social media. We're on Instagram. It's callyalater podcast.
Yep.
Our personals are linked in the bio.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys want to follow all 3 of our accounts, subtle plug. And then we're also on Twitter. You can use our hashtag #tweetyalater. It's just at callyalaterpod. And thank you so much for listening.
Thank
if you guys are
you.
listening on or watching on YouTube, I guess, subscribe.
Yes.
Give this video a big thumbs up.
Mm-hmm. If you're on Apple Podcasts, leave us a review. We'll read it.
Yeah. We
We'll read them.
love getting the reviews. You guys
Mhm.
seriously are so amazing. I think we're at like a 5-star rating right now.
Mhm.
So that's
Yeah.
really, really cool. So next week we're going to be talking all about getting back into the gym.
Mhm.
So what our first workout back was like, our new workout routine, and how we plan to accomplish our goals.
Yep.
I'm excited.
Me too.
I'm really, really excited for that episode. So I guess that wraps up this week's episode.
That's all.
Thank you so much for listening, and call you later.
Call you later.
Bye.